Hey, blessed people, and welcome back to Beginner Coloring with Amanda. I hope that you're having a wonderful afternoon. Hope that you had a blessed Easter Sunday. Hope that you was able to spend it with family and friends, and hope that you was just able to remember the reason for the holiday and to just enjoy it and to bask in the sunshine and just to possibly get some coloring in and just hope that you enjoyed the day. I'm back with part 2 of my coloring collection. I'm going to start with bees today, and we'll see how far we get. So the first book I have is Botanical Garden, Color with Music. It is a book that has a CD in it that you can listen along and color with. Has some really cute pictures in it. The paper stock is fairly thick, so you could use your watercolor markers, and of course they are single-sided. So you would be able to, let me turn it this way. So you would be able to use alcohol markers on it if you wanted to. Next up is Blossom Magic Beautiful Floral Colors Patterns to Color. But I'm tongue-tied. And this is by Barons. And it doesn't have a artist in it. It just has that it's Baron. So, not sure who the illustrator is. There's one that I've done. Another one I've done. This was with gel pens. I don't know if you can see that sparkle on it or not. I'm actually going to mark that page because that's one that I wouldn't mind coloring. Next up is Botanical Gardens by the Coloring Book Cafe. What I like about this book is it tells you what the plant is to the left of the picture. So it is essentially one-sided other than the words being on the back page of the plant. And that gives you the opportunity to research and look it up and see what color they should be. Coloring Book Cafe is a really good group to join. They only have an opening session about once a year. And it's like $9 a month. But if you can get into it and join it, I would definitely recommend doing so. Because they have usually 2 books a month that they give away for free. And then they have discounts on the books that they newly release out. So I'll link it in the description below for those of you that may be interested in joining, because it's definitely a good opportunity and a good price to join. So the next book up is Be Still and Know That I Am God coloring book. Coloring therapy with scripture verses from the Psalms. These are single-sided as well and fairly thick paper, so you could use alcohol markers on them, or you could use water medium because the paper would hold water pretty good. Oh, that's cute. Next up is another coloring book cafe book. It's Butterfly Garden. Again, single-sided pages. Next up is Barn Quilts by Marion Parsons. This has some really thick paper in it as well, so it would be good for watercolors. Has a lot of patterns. Next up is Birds and Butterflies by Alice Chadwick. Color Your Way to Calm. This one isn't single-sided, so you would have to be careful with what you use. Would be a good time to get the gel pens out. Next up is Bless Your Heart by Julian St. Clair. Favorite Southern Sayings. This book is so cute. It is double-sided though, so that's the only negative side to this book, but it's still so sweet. It's so cute. Can't run with the big dog, stay on the porch. Mark a couple of these. Give me just a moment. Let me get some more. Trying to get some flags out so that I've got them. Alright. Let me get another little stack over here. Next up is Chalk Style Botanical Deluxe coloring book. I really like this book. I love the black background. It's one that I done. Stop and Smell the Roses. This was in gel glitter pens. I don't know if you can see that sparkle on there or not. And this was in neon markers. Next up is The Beautiful Word, Favorite Bible Verses, Creative Coloring. This is a coloring faith book. They also put out Oceans. I think I have that book as well. It's double-sided, but it is rather thick pages. It's got a good tooth to it, so I do believe that it would be good for watercolors. It would hold colors good. Again, if there's any of these books that you want to see a complete flip through on, just comment below with the book and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Also, if you see a book that I have that you have and you want to do a color along or a buddy color, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to do that as well. I'm always looking for a good color along. So yeah, just leave those comments below and I'll follow up with you and set up some times to do that. Next up is a design original Casey Doodle art book. It's Beautiful Dreamer by Krista Bosquet. I love her work. She has such beautiful work. Did that in glitter gel pens. Next up is Zen Inspirations Birds and Butterflies by Joanne Fink. These are single-sided pages. There's one that I did. Next up is Blooming Animals. It's a DC original book by Filippo Carda. And I really love this book. I think that it's such a good abstract book. Sometimes I get lost in the image and get confused and don't know what to do, but they make for some good pictures once you get your stuff together. I did this one, the moss. Next up is Wall Art Botanicals by Lizzie D. And this has some super thick pages. So it would hold up to any type of medium you wanted to do. Next up is Big and Little Coloring Devotional, written by Rachel Swanson and illustrated by J.C. Carl. And this is a really cute book. It has the devotions for, like this one's talking about anxieties. It has a little bit of a bigger lesson and a bigger picture for the adult, and then for the kid it has a smaller, simpler version of what the message is supposed to be about. So this is a really cute book. Here's another one, Difficult Love. And beloved, let's love one another, for God's love is from God. So it's meant to be, I thought it would be good to do for a Sunday school lesson, for smaller kids. Next up is Advanced Coloring Butterflies. This is a binding book. Again, single-sided pages. Paper is medium tooth grade. It's not super thin, but it's not super thick either. It's just kind of a medium grade. And as the book implies, it's just all about butterflies. Excuse me. I get a drink. Next up is Botanicals Neon Fun. Another one that has the black background would be great with neon color pencils or markers. And we have Advanced Coloring Beauty in the Bible, a binding book. I did this one. Did this one. I did this one. I did this one with glitter gel pens. Alright, next up is Be Happy, a Design Original Book by Chrissy Bostwick. Did this one with alcohol markers. No, this was with my camellias. I was experimenting with them and seeing how I could do with them. Same thing with this one. This was the chameleon markers as well. Next up is Creative Havens, Colored by Number of Birds by George Trufus. Some really pretty pictures in here. Definitely some extra fine detail. And I had that book very long. Next up is Creative Havens, Butterfly Gardens by Ruth Sofer. Then we have Creative Havens, Beautiful Angels. And this one's by Marjorie Sarnett. Gorgeous, gorgeous pictures in here. Then we have Creative Haven's Beautiful Language of Flowers by John Green. This one with glitter gel pens. And then this one with glitter gel pens. Next up is Bells and Blossoms, Creative Haven book. And this one's by Kirsta Boswick as well. She has some very fine detail as well. Next up is Creative Haven's Beautiful Butterfly Designs. This one is by Jessica Marzuwixa. Next up is Big Blossoms. This is a Hello Angel book. Then we have Boho World Color Art for Everyone. These are some really thick pages as well. We have Birds and Blossoms stained glass coloring book. This is one, I don't know if you'll be able to make the pictures out, but it has stained glass imaging on it. The clear pages that you can do markers on and then hang them in the windows and then make sun catchers. Very beautiful pictures. We have another coloring book, cafe book, Beautiful Flowers. This one has the name out beside of them again. We have another Hello Angel book. This is by Angela Van Dam. This is Beauty of Nature. I did the bug. The flower. This was done with ink tints. Alright, let me get one more stack out. I have another Hello Angel, Bright and Beautiful. This one's by Angela Van Dam as well. Another super thick book. Then we have another Carissa Boswick book. This one's DC Originals, Beautiful Blooms, KC Art. We have Beautiful Vintage. And I don't think, I know this is a Barron's book, but I don't think it has an illustrator listed. Then we have Bible Verses coloring book. This is a super cute book. It wasn't very expensive. And it has 300 pages in it, so it's super thick. I'm going to try to flip through it if I can. These are single-sided Amazon paper. Or this one. Just combos. I thought I had covered another one in here. Maybe I didn't. Next up is Body Ink Envy by Pat Leisure. I have not colored in this book because I've not had it very long. Next up is a book I won for a contest. It's Adult Coloring. Coloring is a Breeze by Mary Ogle. Then I have a Black River art book. Colors from Cuteness Teddy Bears. Very cute book. Then I have Creative Haven's Butterflies Color by Numbers by John Sobek. This one's not quite as detailed as the bird one. Then I have Chalk Style Blessings coloring book for a Grateful Heart by Deb Strain.